Hello, my name is Narelle and today I'm going to explain to you the concept of encapsulation in an object-oriented program using Java. Now, so encapsulation, it's one of the fundamental things for programming and object-oriented programming, and it can be quite tricky to understand. But encapsulation is all to do about setting the privacy rights for your variables within your program. Now, if you look at the program I have up here in the corner, okay, you'll notice here that I have three variables. So for every dog that I create, I'm going to store 3 bits of information. I'm going to store an age, a name, and a breed. Now you should notice here that there's this access, this is called an access modifier called private. Now, what that means is that information can only be accessed within that class. So you've got 3 types of access modifiers. You've got public, private, and protected. So really, what is the difference? And they are really the concept of encapsulation. So think about it this way. What is a garden without a fence? Well, it's a field. Anybody can get into it. Anybody can roam through it. Anybody, if you imagine you had a garden, a really beautiful garden with all these lovely shrubberies, anybody could go in through it. Anybody could access your flowers, they could destroy them. You know what they can do, but you are providing them with open access. So what you do in a program is you don't really want that. You want to have the security of your information and you want to make sure that that information is accessed in the proper way. So the way this is done is through encapsulation. So whenever you make something private, you're essentially putting a wall around it. So think about it in your garden. You're putting a fence around your garden. But then if you've got a fence the whole way around, how on earth do you get into it? It's then nobody can get access to it. So this is where you have what are called openings or doorways. If you think about a door going into the wall that allows you to get access into the gates, allow you to get access into the garden, you need to provide a number of them to allow the user to get access to the information. But the benefit here is that you control how they access it. So if you think about it in the context of the dog example I've got here, I want to be able to change, for example, the name. Because it often happens that dogs will change owners. So what I have here, as you can see here, is I have a method that's called setName. And what that setName does is that is my garden gate. That is my opening, my pathway into the variable to allow me to change the name of the dog. Now, if I want to access and say, well, here's your dog here, what is it called? I can access it by calling this method here. So that is the concept of encapsulation. Thank you for listening.